I went from this to this. The problem with background noise is very common once you start to Google and look at YouTube. It can affect both if you have like a physical amps and which you mic up, or if you do like me and plug your guitar straight into your computer via an audio interface and use a DAW. I have tried a lot of different tips, and I will show you what I did and what finally helped me. Hi, I'm David. I'm a bedroom guitarist and a beginner musician. And the problem with hissing, background noise, humming, or whatever you will call it, started to be very practically unbearable for me. It affected all my tones, and the more gain you used, the worse the problem got. So I'm going to use mostly neural DSP tones, and if I didn't touch that gain knob at all, just played like clean tones, it was actually okay, because the gain just intensifies the problem. So directly I used like a metal tone, something like that. It's very, very obvious and very, very disturbing, like crackling in the background. And for me it was in two ways, both as background noise, so like the noise floor was always there, and if you held a tone for a long time and you listen to that sustain, at the end of the tone, like in the tail end of the tone, the crackling would actually overpower the guitar tone. That sounded really, really bad. And that was on my humbucker guitars. Even worse was of course that my Telecaster with my thin coils, that sounded not great, and also maybe even worse when you use my split coil on my Schecter. I basically couldn't use my split coil function. So this was of course really annoying and finally discouraging. So I decided I have to do something to solve this problem. And this is what I did. The first thing I tried was different guitar cables, just to switch them out. That didn't help anything. I tried to buy a little bit more expensive cables, nothing crazy, no high end, but a little bit more expensive, like a brand cables. That didn't work. I tried to have a very long cable to be able to sit very long, sit afar from my station. That didn't help either. And of course I tried to just not play against my computer and just to face opposite and different places in the room. That didn't help either. I tried to plug everything in the same power outlet, because that seemingly is a very common problem, but that didn't do anything for me. I even tried to plug my entire workstation on different outlets in my house, but that didn't give any effect at all. I tried to close all my gadgets and stuff at home, so my freezer, my lamps, everything, it was off, just to see if it was some like gadget which was the source of the problem, but the problem still persisted. So that was of course a bummer, but then I finally found something called dirty electricity, which was news for me, and that can be the source of not just humming but potentially other effects as well, but I don't know about that. But either way, the way to solve that, to clean up the dirty energy, is use a filter. So I went to Amazon and tried the filter. It had good reviews. It cost around $50, which isn't cheap, but it isn't so super expensive either. And for me it was worth it, because I wanted to really fix my problem. And here is the result before and after. So I can't tell you how excited I was when it finally worked, and I can use my split coil and didn't hear like a really bad noise. It was amazing. And then now I can use my Telecaster again, even better, when I play metal on that. So it feels amazing. So I have a link below if you want to check the product out, or just to have that as a reference. But now, when we have hopefully helped you with your problem, with your tone, the question next is, does it really matter which kind of audio interface you use? More expensive or cheaper? To find out, watch this.